Hey guys, sorry, I wasn't ready this time. I'm sorry, I messed up. My fire is, it's wet wood, it's burning good, but hold on. It's not wanting to, oh no, it's going good, never mind. I put a big one on there for y'all to get a big old fire going here, so we can have a good one. But I did want to come on, and y'all know me, it's nighttime, it's time to talk about Sebastian. I did a little bit today on my round trip looking for some keys for a buddy of mine, which we didn't find, but hopefully he'll find them. We might look tomorrow. Just the weather got kind of bad, but now that I had a little bit of dry wood I saved for y'all for tonight, so I would have a good fire for y'all because I know y'all like the fire. But I want to go over a few things about I just want to talk about Chris. Really, it's about the Papa Bear, right? Jolly Rancher Papa Bear. Remember, allegedly, these are my opinions. Should have said that first, sorry. And my free speech, my speculation, my theories, my crazy shit, right? This is all from me. This is all what I'm talking crazy, just all alleged crazy. I'm a big bubble of alleged, right? That's me. I'm growing into a big bubble of alleged. But anyway, I do want to say that, and it's not going to reflect on the channel, and y'all's comments, y'all's alone, not to reflect on the channel. We do our research together because we are family. Anyway, I want to come out by saying justice for Sebastian Rogers has to be. Y'all know how I feel about it. It makes me mad. It gets me angry. And today, I was a little angry because I was thinking about how this, stepdad is just such a jackass and a lying, sorry son. I can't even say it, but y'all know me. I don't like to cuss much, but he makes me cuss though, right? That sorry son bitch, he makes me cuss. Trigger warning, guys. Times 100 million on this one, because I love to say a bunch of bad words. No, I'm playing. Sorry, I'm really apologize. I didn't mean to cuss. God, he makes me so mad. I gotta get off my chest sometime. That's him sitting on top of the fire right now. His ass getting hot, right? I feel it is. Man, I can't wait till Monday. I think something's gonna blow up like a stick of dynamite. I just feel something's coming. I don't know why. I've been feeling that since Christmas, and I'm hoping. I think the grand jury been secretly hiding behind the door, right? At least that's what we hope for. But knock on wood, right? Anyway, I'm not trying to be silly. I'm just trying to make myself laugh so I won't keep cussing, because I don't like saying bad words. God don't like me to say bad words. But I know sometimes he understands when I get frustrated. But I'm just, I was looking at some of the other search videos today, and while we were out there, and because we got rain, so I had to sit under a tree for about 30 minutes and wait for it to quit raining. And then I was just looking at some of them, and I was going back and seeing that what I had said, months ago, right? Like in November, and when I was there, and well, I've been there twice. I don't tell every time I go, but I snuck in and out before. I just feel that somehow, some way, the truth is gonna come out, right? I don't know how yet, but I know it's gonna come out. We see all these cases. Hey, for instance, right now, that's what I wanted to talk about. Baby Caleb Collins. That mama is locked up. Nobody. Y'all get me? Y'all feel me? Y'all feeling me right now? Abuse was there before, right? That's what they said. She abused his child before. He had abused the child before. The child was abused. The child was abused. So they arrest her. And maybe they have a little more than they got on this other side. But I'm just saying, the abuse is there. This is the same damn thing. CPS at least 3 times, if not 5 or more. There's no telling how many. He probably got him on speed dial. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Just came out, but he's probably so. That damn CPS worker probably got his number on speed dial. Really? Call Christopher. Probably what she says. Oh man, that's crazy to think about. Oh god dang. I didn't mean for it to come out. It just came out. Strike me. No, I'm playing. I do feel that somehow, some way, the truth is gonna pop out. And I'm wondering, I'm really wondering if in an interview that none of us had seen yet, maybe, or none of us had caught yet. That's why I'm gonna go back and start watching all. I didn't know there was so damn many of them. I mean, golly, until the Lord Lodge put it out there, which, you know, he does think a lot like me. I like that, because I've been saying this for a month and a half, 2 months, and since Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, I've been saying this. When I went up there, I was saying this. And now at least I know that I'm not the only one. I just, God, it's got to be somewhere. Somehow he slipped being drunk, I bet. Somewhere said something. Well, we know he slipped a lot in a lot of ways, but not come out and actually said it. But I don't know. I just wonder how, you know, because I was telling y'all today about that Comcast, whatever it's called, PI, the IP. It's like a phone. You can have a home, but you can use cell phones that don't have service. Like, you just go buy one off the shelf and you can forward it to that, and it works just like you had service. Like, they could have used all that. It could have looked like he was at home. Like, somehow, some way they did this. And then all those woods behind his house, right? He got a big old house too, $623,000 house. Oh, Mr. Stinky Sock. He got him a big old house. Not a big one, but it's $623,000 home. I do my research, people. He got like 4 phone lines. He got like 2 IPs. He's got a motor coach job. I can tell you more. I can tell you 8 of his best friends right now. I got all their names. I hit the jackpot, guys, just last night. Well, I'm not going to take all the credit, but we hit the jackpot last night. I had somebody help me and pay a little money, and we got some information, some good, solid information. And somebody had to dig it up. So might as well be the little channel me. I can't even go live yet. That's what I like. I can sit back here and say what I want and then just post it later. I'm playing, guys. But I just feel that I did a lot of digging. I've learned a lot of names of a lot of folks around them people. And, you know, he's a senior, or a junior or senior one. And then, I don't know, there's a junior. I think his son like 40, 43 or something, you know. Is Chris his son? No, I'm playing. He has one like the same age, but there's a lot of people associated with him, and I got all their names now. I really want, I'm not going to go into them tonight because that's not fair, but I'm talking about the cock-a-doodle-doo one tonight. But I feel that, you know, his past is coming back to haunt him. You know, they always say karma's you know what? I should just say it right. Bitch. Karma's a bitch. Excuse my language. And what you do then is going to come back on you times 10, right? So I think that it's only times 3 right now, but pretty soon it's going to be times 10, I feel. And I feel like people are catching on to what he's doing. And finally, I think the world's waking up. Man, he must just keep going. Anytime that somebody comments on a thing, it comes up as like a text message on my phone. That's how I have it set up. But because I try to always respond to all of y'all. Y'all know that. And that's a good thing about being small. I can do that. It's harder when you're big, but you know me, I'll still do it. I just won't make as many videos, but I'll still comment. It's somehow, some way, this man has done something on the naughty list, and at least what? He's married 5 times? Katie number 5 or number 6 or 7? I don't remember what number she, 8, 9, I don't know what number she is, but I think she's 5 maybe, or 6, 5. He's got all the Desperate Housewives, don't he? All the Desperate Housewives done married to Chris. I just feel that they must have been desperate. I feel that, no disrespect, but you know what I mean. I think that he's a charmer, and then he's an abuser. So he charms you first, beats you later, right? That's the kind of person he is, in my book. This is my opinion. Remember that, guys. All my free speech. I told you I'm gonna let you bubble tonight. Something's wrong. I'm just not feeling. I'm feeling like, I don't know, but I'm just tired. I'm frustrated, I think, and it's so hard. I talk about him every day, and it's like, you know, you can always find something new to talk about with this case because the stepdad, you know, and I mean, at least now he's off his fat ass out there searching, but, you know, it's like, you're not going to get an award or a compliment, right? You just, people see right through you. Like, you've ruined your name in that town. You've ruined your mama's name in that town. Well, your mama ruined her own name probably a long time ago, but he's ruined all of them. Like, it's time for them to pack up and move on out. Go back to North Carolina. I think it was North Carolina that Terry lived first. North Carolina. He lived in North Carolina or something like that. I think North Carolina. I don't know. I'll go over that tomorrow. That's for tomorrow's video. I gotta finish breaking down all the background. But I do think that somehow, some way, they use that stuff to use phones to cover this up, right? And you know, I love what the Lord Lodge said about going outside barefoot. You know, he has family member that is on the spectrum like Sebastian, right? Which I always think those people are way more special, right? That they need special attention, they need special love, they need special care, they're special needs, they're extra special. To me, that's how they are. And I feel like the patience has to be there, right? And he doesn't have that. Yeah, patience. It's either his way or no way, right? And I think sometimes he just snaps for no reason, right? Like, it makes me wonder, like, is he a bad drinker or something like that, you know, to snap like that all the time? I don't know. But, you know, all the lies, my gosh, he's like a Cracker Jack box, right? You grab one of them things, it's not a prize you get, it's a lie. Like, every Cracker Jack box you open gonna be a lie from Christopher Proudfoot. Like, it's just too much. Like, over 268, I think, in like 4 interviews. Oh, 5, sorry. 5 interviews. I mean, that is a lot of lies. And then he's telling lies on top of those lies to cover those lies. And then, I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, I sound like a broken record, I think, but I don't get it. Like, I'm like, how are they not arresting this dude already? Like, for one, CPS. This is a Caleb Collins case, just talking about it, right? God, I wish that baby would be found. My heart's broken. And they won't let me search. I've called. They won't let me search yet. I've been begging to go search. Believe me, they won't let me. Right now, they're in the, actually, let me pause what I'm talking about. But for Caleb Collins, they're in the woods about 500 yards from the home right now, searching a really good area. And there's a lot more people there than have ever been there before searching right now. So they've brought in a whole bunch of more people, which is a good thing, I hope. I pray. You know, this little baby's body needs to be found. He needs to be laid to rest with his sister. That grandma needs to take him home to her place and then put him by his sister, right? That's, God, it just breaks my heart. It does. And then here we are dealing with the same thing on this other side. An abuser that beat on a child with a belt and no telling what else. I think the one that's open right now is something more than a belt, honestly. Because, you know, the belt one that he said was 3 years ago, I believe it happened then too. I believe that was the first belt. And I believe it's been more escalating to that, which I've always said, I believe that's the bite marks, that's the scratch marks. We know now that he was there Friday, and Lord Lodge made a good point. The point I've been making from the beginning. I don't think he was ever in Memphis to begin with. And if he was, Terry was there in Memphis at his trailer and he was home. I do not believe that Chris was there. And now that I know they had this kind of phone stuff, he could have been taking his SIM card out and used his phone on that IP Comcast Infinity thing, and that Terry Bowsize has 2 lines, and he also has AT&T, but he has 2 lines of Comcast IP. So he could be forwarding those to different phones, and they could be using their phones, and it looked like he could just delete it after they're done. Like, and he could pop his SIM card back in, no big deal. So yeah, I'm learning a lot about this Comcast stuff. It's some pretty shady shit, actually. Excuse me. But it is. You can do a lot of things, and only you control who sees it. 6-digit double 6-digit passcodes. Like, it's a whole big thing. I did some research on it. Believe me, it's weird. And that's why I say search behind Terry's house in those wooded area right there. I'm wondering, you know, that would have been more plausible for them to do that. And I don't know if they have searched there, but it's a lot of woods there. So I'm wondering, like, you know, right behind their house, directly behind their house, like outside their fence is woods. And I never really thought about it until I was doing the Google Earth thing, and I was like, man, Somebody needs to search that area. And it may have been searched, guys. I don't know. It may have been, but it needs to be looked at. I know that. Maybe it needs to combed again. But go back to what I was saying about Chris. Is I keep getting off because I was digging so much on Terry. On Stinky Sock. I was losing my train of thought. But yeah, I mean, we're dealing with the same scenario. The same thing. Summer Wells, same thing. CPS failed them. So, and then they stepped in and took them, right? So thank God for that. They did come get those boys before they went missing. And Summer Wells is another one. I got some info on her. I've been doing some digging behind closed doors. I'm fixing to do one on Summer Wells too this Monday. I'm going to do a video on Summer Wells. And it's not going to be new. Y'all all know about it, but it's some stuff that I look at, differently than most people look at that I want to bring up. So I want to talk a little bit about Summer Wells. I still believe that little baby needs to be found. And those people need to be arrested. Candace, her mom, and by now Don too. They all need to go to the slammer. All of them. But anyway, Chris is in the same boat to me. Summer Wells' parents, which I've always thought they trying to be Candace and Don. Like maybe that's their idol is Candace and Don. I think Chris, maybe Don is his idol. And he's trying to be like Don, right? The YouTube and all the other stuff, like trying to follow Don. I want to be Don. I want to be Don. Maybe. I don't know. But something's not right about that. Anyway, I know a lot of people think that either they trafficked this boy or trigger warning, or they sold this boy, or any of that stuff, right? Like I talked about last night, there's no laws. They could have pressed charges on that person, but I think it's a family member. I don't think it's a friend. I think it's somehow related to Chris, this person. Because there's a 23-year-old that's in that family, that's on part of his networking. And I'm wondering, 13 and he was 8, so it'd be 5. He said it'd be 21, 22, 23. So if he was older than 13, like Seth said, then it's possible that it could be that person. I don't know. I'm doing some digging to see what I can find out. And it may not be. I might be totally wrong. I might be totally off key, and I don't know, but I'm still going to dig and see. But anyway, something has to give with the CPS or DCS or whatever they call it, because this child should have never been treated like that, and he should never have got away with it as many times as he did. Okay, if you can't pin anything else on him, pin that on him. My God, it happened how many times? Just go ahead and arrest him and get him in there and let FBI have him. Don't put him in Summer County. You send him over there. Send him to Camp David, because he's military. Send him to Camp David and let them interrogate him a little bit. See what you get out of him. And then you'll have Katie in the corner by herself. But then probably the Stinky Socks will probably come to her aid, rescue her, to lawyers like Chris's lawyers. Chris saying all this stuff about law enforcement told me this, law enforcement told me that. And we know now it is the family attorney. We've known that since the beginning, that friend of theirs. The same one helping him with Nina, which I'm glad he brought that up, because I didn't really want to bring it up. So I'm glad he did. I knew that because nothing was ever vetted, right? And nothing was ever getting, like, he was never getting no heat from law enforcement. And that's another reason I was like, okay, he's sitting here bald-faced lying to Nancy Grace and everybody else. TBI never in a million years would have told you not to take a lie detector test. Ever, ever, ever. When they still haven't confirmed, like I've always said, that he was actually there. I think he was in Hendersonville and went back there. But I think he wasn't there that night. I think he was in Hendersonville that night. And whoever was at that restaurant Katie was looking for was probably the one that brought Chris, or was trying to set Chris in to tell her he was there. Somehow, some way, she was alerted. Because if you notice, she wasn't really eating. Like, and then she was slow, right? As hungry as Sebastian was, there's no way it took 40 minutes to eat. But she was waiting for, I think, Chris to get to town. So when they left there, they could do whatever they had to do and swap out. And then, Kathy could go to Katie's, and Terry was already in Memphis, I believe, at the camper. And they had their phones, and that's how they, you'll not know my theory on it. But I ain't got to tell you 100 million times. That's my theory. But I just, it's so frustrating, man. Because something needs to give. They need to lock this man up for abuse. I'm sorry. He abused a child with special needs. He does not deserve to be walking around acting a fool and telling more lies every day. But the only one thing I think is a good thing about all the lies is that when they do And if they do, if he's guilty and they get him in there, man, oh man, they're gonna have a mountain of evidence, ain't they? Like Mount St. Helen, baby, of all the lies. They're probably just taking it down, right? I'm sure they got every tape of every channel he was on. I'm pretty sure FBI got all that. I'm not saying Summer County, I'm saying FBI or Secret Service. They got all that. And they probably just stacking it in his folder. His probably folder about this high, about 2 feet high, I bet his folder is. And it's all lies. 2 feet of lies. That's how I feel. I don't know why I'm in the mood I'm in tonight. I'm just mad and I want to just get everything out. I thought I was going to come out here and bloody just freaking go nuts and just start cussing, but I couldn't do that because I know guys watching me. I don't want to be bad. I just want to tell my opinion, my speculation, my theory, just get it out, allegedly, and then see what happens. I think something's coming. Something's brewing. Oh, fire's going down. That sucks. Ooh, it's pretty though, ain't it? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, we get some flame now, baby. Oh yeah, there we go. Anyway, I've done what? I talked about them today on that search for the keys, and then I did another video I hadn't even posted yet. Poor Tinkerbell, the search video, I hadn't even posted that 20-something minute video. I'm gonna post it tonight for y'all. It'll be a little later, but I'm gonna post it tonight after this one. So y'all, there's 3 videos about Tinkerbell because we had to cross the highway, and so I shut it down. And then, you know, it was the same day we searched for Cassie the dog, the little puppy, you know, Susan's dog that we had to go find for her. Okay, then that same day, like 20 minutes after, I get the phone call for the cat at the retirement home, which she didn't tell me whether she lived at the retirement home or didn't, but it was by there, so that's why we're like, okay, there's the retirement home, you know, we got to get there. So we searched for this cat, but there was other searchers out there. She had family. She had a granddaughter and a son and some other ones that were searching too. So it was great. There was a big group. But then it was so funny was the woman with the Cocker Spaniel that you'll see. Well, you won't see her in the video, but you'll hear me talking to her. And I talked about her dog in the video because I was like, I didn't film her face to face, but you can hear me talking. And she's, I told her, I was like, you have a beautiful dog, da da da. And then sure enough, that dog's the one that found the cat. So it's kind of cool. Because I just ran into him. I was in the same area, but she went one way to the left and I went to the right, and that's boom. If I'd have went left, I'd have found it, but it's okay. Just somebody found it, and that's all that matters. Little Tinkerbell. It looks like a male cat to me. I don't know, but she said it's a female. It just, and I don't know. I'm not a big cat person. Like as far as I don't own cats to know what they look like, but it just kind of looked like all I got was a picture of was the face, and I just made a sticker and put it on the video that you'll see later tonight. I put a picture of Tinkerbell on there because we were in the road looking for her, like, and I was literally standing in the road, and I took the picture like backwards, and you can see behind me the highway. I was like, because we were crossing it, and I thought it'd be cool to take a picture crossing the road, I guess, you know. Anyway, I just feel that somehow, some way, they gotta get him. I hate to say it, guys. Gotta get him, right? Y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? Somehow, some way. And her, she'll go as soon as he goes down. She's gonna follow him because they're gonna corner her and she's gonna spill everything out. And I mean, we know now, which we've known all along, that the dogs never got a trail. We knew that. They've tried to hold on to these certain little things and push their narrative to make them look like all they've done is what some other cases that I'm covering right now have done the same thing. These people try to create their own alibi. They try to make themselves not be looked at. But the problem is they make themselves looked at more because of the way they do it. And that's why I always say karma is you know what? So I just, golly guys, I don't know. I'm just frustrated as hell because I want this young man found, wherever he is, whether they gave him to someone and he's somewhere, or I don't know. There's so many ways that this could have went down in that night. They had plenty of time to me. 12 hours, the way I calculated the time. They had 12 hours. That's all they had. Around 12 hours and 10 minutes, possibly. And we know he was 3 hours, 37 minutes, doorstep to doorstep, no matter how heavy the trailer was, right? And I don't know if he meant that was just him coming without the camper or with the camper, but I think it was with the camper, because I think without the camper, I think JLR, shout out to him, he did it in like right at 3 hours or a little less than 3 hours or something like that. So I know it can be done in a 3 hour mark. That's why I always thought that 3 a.m. was when Terry got back and was picking up Kathy, right? And Katie had to walk her out, and then that's when Katie made her rounds, turned off her light, and then she had on the shoes and the clothes, and she went and did her rounds to try to throw the dogs off. And that's why I think they pushed the dog narrative, because she's like, damn it, I walked out there in the shoes. Why are they not picking it up, right? That's probably what she was thinking in her head. But they stuck to that story that they did. When they didn't, it was a false lead. And then they want to not let the other dogs that are coming after all this, which never made sense to me. You use the dogs as your they track to sit. But then when another set of dogs wants to come in, you're like, no. I'm like, what the heck? That's a pot calling a kettle black. You just sit there and said the dogs tracked him to the pond and tracked him to the construction site. And now the dogs that want to come in and try to do it again, you say no. I think because by then maybe the camper was back at the house and all that, and I think that it would have been bad. I think those dogs would have got the scent off that camper or something. I think that's what would have happened. But I don't know. I could be wrong, and I might be, and I probably am. Who knows? But anyway, I know y'all feel the same as me, guys. And justice for this young man, because it's truly heartbreaking. Seth is so brokenhearted and so beat up, and I know a lot of people are giving him grief and hell. God gave him the strength to go back to work, and I know that's hard to do, because all he's thinking about all day is that he needs to be out there. I get it, but I get it. He has to work. I hope that him being back at work now doesn't make things start fading. Or one other thing I'm looking at, and I wasn't going to say it tonight, but I might as well just say it because I'm telling y'all everything else. Do you think he went back to work because he knows something? Remember what he said? He feels confident in law enforcement again. Thanksgiving time, when they started coming out and they debunked the green hoodie and they did all this, and then he came on right before Sebastian's birthday or whatever and was like, I feel confident again in him. You think they told him something? You think maybe? I think they might have cleared him, and that's why he went back to work. I think he couldn't go back to work until he was cleared because of the sheriff's department. That's what I'm wondering. I haven't found out yet, but I'm wondering if he was able to not go back because he was still considered a suspect and they wouldn't allow him to come back to work. And I'm wondering if that meeting, they said, hey, we're going to go ahead and clear you now, but just keep it between us, go back to work. I'm wondering if that's what it was told, if that's what happened. I don't know, and we'll probably never know, but I'm curious of that. I just wanted to ring that in y'all's head and see what y'all think about it. Because he did get his hopes up again, and you could tell. So I'm wondering flat out, did he get told something really good that he feels way more confident enough to go back to work and ease a little of his stress and pressure? I don't know. We don't know. I know since it's joint families like that, they could clear him on his own without clearing them. I get it. I don't think those two will ever be cleared until he's found, or until they're locked up, one or the other. I don't think they'll ever be cleared. I think they want to be, and they've tried to say they were since day one, but I just don't feel that I'm just wondering if they did. It was on my mind. I was going to talk about it tomorrow, but I'll just say it now. So I'm just wondering. Y'all think about that for a minute. And maybe I'm just acting crazy and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I just wondered if there's a way that maybe they did clear him just between him and them and let him go back to work. Because I don't know if the sheriff's office will let you come back to work if you're considered a suspect. I really don't believe a prison will let you go back. I don't think so. And remember, he was pushing to try to get cleared with Vinny and everybody, so I'm wondering if that's the case. But anyway, we're going to leave it at that because I'm going to spill the beans for tomorrow night. So y'all have a good night, guys. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Remember, allegedly, all my opinions, I'm just a big alleged bubble. Trigger warning times 100 million. Justice for Sebastian is a must. I say lock up the 4 bears, guys. Lock them up and throw away that key. All right, guys, we'll talk later. Y'all be good, be safe. All right, bye.